Hey everybody, Joe here. Gonna check out a puzzle today by Aron called Tough Odds. We have a lot of digits today. Um, the rules are normal Sudoku rules. That's 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Any line of 3 cells in a single row or column cannot have the same parity. Any line of 3 a cannot all be odd or even. For example, row 1, column 3, row 1, column 4, and row 1, column 5 cannot all be odd. Okay. In a single row or column. So this has to be even. And it will be a 4 or a 6. And then this one has to be even. It can be any of them. Let me just mark the odds. I'll go ahead and mark the evens as well. So, and we'll do some Sudoku. There's a 3 in there, there's a 9 in here, there's a 5 down here, there's a 5 in one of those, there's a 3 down here, 3 there, a 2 can be in any of those. What about a 2? Oh, this one. 8, 2. This has to be odd. But they all can't be odd. So this has to be a 3 or a 9. If it wasn't, then these would be a 3, 9. But there does have to be an even in one of these spots. Now this one here could only be a 6 because it's seen 2, 4, and 8. So if that is even, it's a 6. But if this is even, it can be a 4 or a 6. There's one more even to go in this little section. If this is odd, this would be even. That would be okay, I think. If this was odd, I think that would be alright also. Where else? Oh, one of the even has to be down here though, or else this would be 3 in a row. So the even is down there, which is a 4 or a 6, but it puts the last odd there, because there can only be 4 evens in a box. So this is going to be 1. That's going to be 1 only. But now this one has to be even. So that is not 5. This one is 5. 5 is odd. And this is 2, 4, or 8. And this one will be the last even, which is any of them. This will now be odd, because we can't have 3 in a row vertically either. This one will now be even. So will this one. And now this one will be odd. Now this one will be even. Now this one will be odd, because it will have to be, so those will be 3, 9. This will be 4, this will be 6. Like that. This will be odd. These two will be even. These two will be odd. This will be even. This is an interesting puzzle. This is 5 or 7. This is 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. 2, 6, 8. 2 or 8. 4, 6, 8. 1, 7, 9. 1, 3, 7, 9. 1, 3, 7, 9. 1 goes down here. 1 goes over here, not on the left. This goes up vertically there. This only gets 1 more even somewhere. What's in this row? This one only gets 1 more even. So the even can't be here, or else both of these would be odd. So this one must be odd. And then one of these will be even. Same for this box. If this one is even, then both of these are odd. So that is odd. Now this is even. Now this is odd. This is even. This is odd. Um, 2, 6, 8. We have our 4 evens here, so that one is odd. Now these two are both even. This is odd. If this is the even, then both these would be odd. So this is not the even. This is odd. This is the other even. It is 4 or 6. 2 and 8 are already there. So this one gives the 3. It is now a 1 or 9 only. One cannot go there. Could be here, else it goes there or there, which would be fine. Okay. Where's one that has 4? 3 rather. There's an odd over here. This row doesn't seem to be an issue. There's a 4 somewhere over here though. Or could still go down there and there, but could go there and there as well. Okay. What is this? 2 or 8? Do I have any combos anywhere? Or do I do more Sudoku? There's a 5 up here. Sudoku. Perhaps. There's not a 7 in the middle. There is a 7 down here. There is a 7 over here. That is all 3 numbers in the middle row. And this will be 147. That's 2 odds. Doesn't seem to be a big deal. There's going to be 2 more evens down here. Doesn't seem to be a big deal either at the moment. There's going to be two evens here though. One of these are even then. Doesn't appear to matter which one yet. One, two, three. There is one more even up here. There's one more even in here. There's still 4 odds to place over here somewhere. Sudoku. Is there even any more Sudoku to do? Eight. This to 8. This here or here. I don't know if that's neat yet. The 5. Oh, the 5. The 5. There can be a 5 here as well, I guess. 5 is almost tied to these. Oh. 5 cannot be tied to these, because the 5 cannot go down here. So, one of these... Or wait a minute. Five is in those two. 5 cannot only be... Oh, that would be alright. 5 would be there. But they can't be in only those two. I don't think that means that it has to go there though. It can go here. And be in those. But I think it does go here or here though. Anyway, it's a 5-1 here, it would go in one of those. Okay, what do I have? If this was a 5, then that would be even. This would be odd. This would be even as well. Those two would be even. Those two would be odd. So would those two. This would be 2, 4, or 6. This would be 2, 4, or 8. That seems okay though. If this was 3, that would be even. That would be the 4. That would be 8. Or this one would be 8. If that was 3, this would be, well, it'd be 2. No, it'd be 4, 6, or 8. It'd be 6 or 8, because that would be 4. And then this one would be even. Right. One, two, three, 4. There's a 2 or an 8 up here with another odd. If the even is here, it must be 8. Then that would be 8. One of those would be 8. Which also seems fine at the moment. Tricky now. Okay. One and 7. One of them is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only one more odd down here. And one even. One odd, one even. All the odds are marked. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Wait a minute, what? There are 2 more evens down here. If the 5 goes here, that has to be an even. 2, 4, or 8. That would be a 1 or 7. Seems all good. This would be an even, and this would be an even. If this was a 4, alright, here we go. If this was a 4, These two would be odd. These two would be even. And then both of those would be odd. So that cannot be a 4. It's not going to be anything to actually help. I don't think it will. I need to find more of those. But that is odd though, as it is a 1, 7. But, well, so one of these will be odd, one of these will be even, sorry, and one of them will be odd. One will be even, one will be odd. But this cannot be even, because then again, both these would be odd. So this is odd. Now this has to be the even. And now the other even has to go over here, which will be the last one. So this is odd. And now these two are even. And now I could be stuck again a while. But 3 is not even. Orangey. 7 is not even. So that is 4. This is odd. Now this is even. There, which is not 5. Which is 2, which is 6 or 8. 2 is already in the column. There's an odd and an even here. If it went odd, even, it would be even, odd. And then both those would be odd. I think that would be okay though. What about here? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 5, 7, 9. Not making many combos on this puzzle, I haven't noticed. This will be a 4 or 8. It sees 2 and 6. This one only sees a 4. Dokie. This has 3 evens in a row. It's not really pushing it. All these could be odd as is. I mean, well, they can't because that would be 6, but there would. It's not in danger of making 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Both of these cannot be odd, so there has to be an even up here somewhere, which will be the 3rd in the column. don't think that's a big deal either. If this is even, odd, this would be odd, even. Seems okay. Also, there's only 2 evens left up through here. If one was here, one could go there. It would have to go there, actually. But that seems like it would work for everything. This I don't think can be even, because the other even would have to go in one of these 2. This can definitely not be even. If this was even, the other even would have to go here, and this would make 3 in a row, so this is odd. It is a 3, 5, 7, 9. So one of these will definitely have to be even. And one of these. I think it could be either one though. This one needs 3 more evens still. Only one can go here. Only one can go here. And this one will have 2. That's no big deal, is it? Not really. This will be one of each. This was odd now. These were both even. If that one was even, that one would have to be even. Or well, if this was odd. If this is odd, then these have to be even. Which means those 2 are odd. Which means that one will be even. But that is okay. What if this was not odd? If it was even, that one would be even. It seems like it would also be okay. Oh, is this almost... This is almost the only one that is able to be a 3. Almost. We can go there though. There's 5 here. Okay, where am I looking? Or is in one of those. If 4 is here, 4 will be down here. 4 will be in one of those, which would mean 4 is in one of these. I guess that is not as helpful as it could have been. What do I need to think about here? Mapping digits around. Of ones. One can go there. Or what if the one went here? Well, no, I can go there or there. I don't think ones are what to look at yet. Two 8. Maybe this 2 8. This 2 or 8 is going up here. One of these will be a 2 or an 8. Three is in this little cube. Excuse me. 3, I can go there though. Where did I just say 3 was? In this cube. What number is restricted here? I'm overlooking it. What I'll try to do is look in the correct spot, and that should help. Two, 4, 8. There's one more odd over here. If this is odd, this is even. Then that's not very weird. This would be odd. Oh, what is that odd either way? Oh no, because if this is odd, that's even. If this is even, then that has to be odd. Oh, this is one of each. Oh, oh. Okay. If this is odd, I said this was even. And if this is even, this cannot be even. Because then all three of these would be odd. So that is one of each. And if this is odd, that even. Then one of these would have to be even. If this is even, this odd, then that one would have to be even. So no matter what, this top one is odd. Dang. 3 5s, not 5. Okay, that seems like... So one of those. Is there gonna be 2 evens over here then? I believe so. One of these will be even as well. Oh, one of these being even will mean this is odd. So that is even. That is still 6, 8. One, 2, 3. I'm just getting little bitty pieces of help. But it is getting there, I suppose. Both of these can be odd. That would still be okay. If this is even, that is odd. No, I can't do that. There's only one, there's not much restriction there. One of these is even, one of them is odd. Doesn't appear to matter which way around it goes. If this one is odd, these 2 are even. And then that one is odd. It seems okay. One, 2, 3. So these are one of each. I don't know if I want to start marking them like this. I may just get too confusing. Is this a 3? Or is this odd? I mean, it could be. Any of these can be odd, not mess anything up. Am I overlooking a 3 in a row? There does need to still be 4 odds along here. And there's only 2 evens left. Can this be even? If this was even, it'd have to be an even there. And then the other even would have to go there. That would be all that could be in this box. One of these are odd. Or well, maybe. There couldn't be any more in this box though, so that would be odd. So that would have to be even. Then that would have to be even. And then one of those would have to be even. Which would be the fourth. So that would have to be even. One of these have to be even. Those two would be odd. That all seems okay. Honestly. This would be 8. For what that's worth. Maybe some Sudoku, perhaps? I don't know. Is 2 any more helpful? Other than that corner, maybe. Can this corner be odd? That would be even. That would be odd. If this corner is odd, this is even. And there has to be 2 more evens in here, which would make all 3 of these middle row odd. So this cannot be odd. That's not the help I wanted. I wanted that to be odd so I could get 2 down to this row. But that is not the way of such things. However, I do know 1 even goes here. And I do know 1 even goes here. That's 3. And I think I already knew that this box had to have 2. But it doesn't tell me if it's here or here. Which I guess is the bigger issue. But if this is even, then this row will need 1 more. But that's no problem, because this row could just use 1 more. And I think that would be okay. If this is odd, then that is even. But then those 2 can be odd, no problem. Oh, no, they could not be. If this is odd, there has to be an even here. That's only even number 3 for the row. So there would have to be 1 more. And then this would be 3 odds again. So this cannot be odd. So that is even. Now we have the 4 evens in this column. So that is odd. Jeez. 1, 2. So this row gets an even. This row gets an even. There will be one of each here. And one of each here. One of each here. There was a 3 up here. Doesn't seem to be helpful though. Okay, so if this is odd, if that is odd, all 3 of those are even. Ah, look. If this here is odd, then that one, and that one all have to be even. And that's going to give us 4 even for this row 2. And those 2 will be odd, which will break it. So that has to be even. And our last even goes over here. So that is odd. Now this one has to be even because we only had 3 in the row. So that is our last odd for this 3x3 box. And that one has to be even, so that one is odd. Or else it's 4 evens and all 3 of those will be odd. So that one must be odd. Now this one is 2 in a row, so that one must be odd. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, 2 in a row, so that one is our even, and this one is our last odd. Wowza. Okay. Alright, so each row gets an even. The even can't go here. So that is odd. And now this one has to be even. Now that one has to be odd. Now these 2 have 2 evens, so that one is odd. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this has 2. So that one has to be even. And that one has to be our last odd. Okay, now we're getting somewheres. Maybe this row here has 4 evens in it, so both those are odd. And that one is our last even. And now this column 3 has all 5 odds, so that is even. Corner must be odd. These will be one of each still, but this row, column 5 rather, has all 4 evens, so there we are. And I think that will do our odds and evens mapping. This is, now we just look for pairs. This is 2, 6, 8 combo here, right? So this has to be the 4. So now the 4 is in one of these. This is not a 4, and now we've made a 6, 8. So that is our 4. Let's see where we're at with 4s. Could probably mark some of these. This one sees a 2 and an 8. That's 4, 6. So that one's gonna be that one. For what it's worth. I'm gonna back this soundtrack up before it resets. And This one is a 2 or an 8. We'll probably end up needing to map some of these around, as this one, for instance, will be there. So it will not be a 2. So the 2 will be over here. So this, and this are all the same digit, either a 6 or an 8. Looks like it could be either at the moment, but the 2 is here or here. Oh, this is not a 5, so the 5 is there. Let's look for colors that have the wrong mark. I don't know if I have any left, but that 5 was definitely wrong. This is not a 5, for example. This is not a 6. So we do have a 6. Where did my mouse go? There we go. We do have a 6 in these bottom 2 rows. So a 6 does have to go there or there. This one is a 6 or an 8. And now I think I remember saying that one of those are a 2. This is not a 1 or a 7. These are. Can a 3 go there? Yeah. Three can go there as well. Okay. This sees 4 and 6, so it is 2 or 8. This is a combo. So yeah, I mean, these 2 8s, I can start marking, I think, wherever I see them, but I can't quite finish here. But I'll probably be able to soon. So this one I'll make a darker shade, and then that's gonna be there. You see it? That's gonna be in one of those. And then the 4 6s are also going to be in that same manner. Wherever I can get them. I have to be careful if there's already a 4 or a 6 in the cage though. In the 3x3 box, rather. Ended up being more confusing than... but this is making a 4 6 pair, so that is not a 4. Meaning that is... But this will be the other 2 8 then, and it can't be an 8, so this is a 2, and this is an 8, and now we know, well, this might just solve a ton of the puzzle on its own. Might not have to keep marking. All of the dark ones are, well, all of the dark 2/8 are 2s, but those seem done. All of the light 2/8 are 8, those seem done. I don't think I have the 4 or 6 yet. I keep going here. Do I even need these? Oops. This is now 6. Did I give a 4/8 pair here, pointing toward a 2? Be careful, because I don't know if these were fully marked or not. Is that all the evens? It appears to be all the evens. That is good. Now we'll probably have the same type of thing with, like, we have a couple 7/9 started. We have a couple 1/7 started. So what do we start with? 5s, perhaps? 5. The 5s are on the top 2 columns, or top 2 rows, sorry, of 1 and 2. So 5 is there, which puts 5 in the middle. It can still be either. Sixes are looking alright. 3s. 3s are in one of those. 9s are in one of those. 9s also. They're in the bottom 2 rows. Oh wait, no they're not. That can be 9. Okay. So what do we have on 5s? Missing one here. One goes there or there. That seems okay. I should probably just start marking some in, I guess. 1 is here, here. There we go. This is a 1. So do this one, which might get us going. Those are a 1. Okay. Try a 3 maybe. 3s. No, not quite. Those 2. Or these 2. Not quite on the 3s. What do we have for 7? 7's looking pretty bare, isn't it? 9. Okay. Where do we go here then? Trial and error. Looking for combo wombos. If we speculate, one there, we have one there. Is that gonna do anything though? Possibly not. How about if we speculate one there? It's gonna give a 1 here. 1's in that one, so it'll be there. And it'll be there, there, there. That could work. Also, so either way could work. I don't think that one resolved. Just double check. No, I did not. But this will be 7-9. Let me just start doing combos, I guess. This is still basically all of them except 1. Oops. A 1-9 combo. That's all that the column had anyway. This is basically anything except for 1. No. Said everything. Now where's the combo? I didn't see any as I was marking. Which makes me think I have to kind of do a trial and error thing. A 7. Do I map 7-9 around? Here's a 7-9. I mean, let me try. What is that really gonna... I saw the 7-9's a have, I think. What else was it? A 1? One of these. We have a 9 here. 917, actually. Whichever one of these, light gray or black, go here. One of them goes here, because it's the 9. Oh, this might be a little bit... Well, I have 1 7s, 3 9s, but then also 7 9s. Like, what? Oh. When that's fucking 5s. Oh, because I'm on the color palette. So if this was a 7, or let's do if this was a 7. Maybe. The dark one. Yeah, I mean, that's neat. This would be the 9. I don't have any more light ones. I have a 1-9. What's going on here? So many combo wombos. A 5 can go there or there. Maybe I check that. If that is a 5, let me do this again. That is a 5, that is a 5, that is a 5. And then, let me just mark 5. Then that would be a 7. 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 That would be a 9. So that would be a 7. Let me mark. So that would be a 9. That would be a 9. So that would be a 1. Okay. I mean, I am pretty sure that that was correct. So now the ones, we just fill them in. The ones with the highlighted in the corner 7s are 7s. The ones with the highlighted corner 5 are 5. The ones with the 1s are 1s. Threes. And 9s. Wow, that was correct. Nice. I found that puzzle quite difficult. Not only mapping the odds and evens around, but there at the end, that break on the last resolving of the odds as well. Nice puzzle though, Aron, called Tough Odds. Check it out yourself in the link below. Like and subscribe if you enjoy it. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and bye bye.